If you're seeing this on the 6th of September, this is Tapping in Tarot, where we use the power of our fingertips and EFT to open up the messages and the themes of tarot cards. So if you want to stick around and participate a little, please do. And if not, it was nice chatting. But always take what resonates and leave what does not, but always take responsibility for what you feel. So here we go. The first card is always the situation. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles. Holding on keeps you from growing and evolving. The second card is the obstacle to that. And we have two cards. Ooh, all right. We have the Tower and the Hierophant. Okay. Holding on keeps you from growing and evolving. The Tower is about always expect the unexpected. It's about big endings. And the Hierophant, what do you believe about the world? All right. Take a breath and let it go. Even though I have a really hard time letting go, there's just this part of me that I can't manage to navigate. And it's like it holds me in this bind. And it seems that no matter what I try, there is this deeper part of me that is so resistant to letting go. And I soothe and comfort myself. Even though there's this part of me that just doesn't want to let go. There's this part of me that perhaps is a little bit afraid about what might be different if I let go of what I currently do or what I currently have. Even though there's a part of me that's excited about new things, new ideas, new places. There's this deeper part of me that just won't let go. And I soothe and comfort myself and it. Even though there's this part of me that is so resistant to change. It's like it holds on for dear life. And I feel like it really keeps me stuck in a lot of ways. About all the ways that perhaps I think the world works. And I soothe and comfort myself. Top of the head, there's this part of me that just doesn't want to let go. There's this part of me that's maybe a little bit scared. Because if I let go, I have no idea what'll happen. If I let go, that could be really dangerous. And I certainly don't want that. I certainly don't want danger. And maybe this part of me that's resistant to this letting go remembers that time, perhaps long ago, maybe not so long ago, when I tried something different, where I was a little bit curious and I thought, oh, what the heck? And it didn't go well. Maybe that part of me remembers that thing that didn't go well. Maybe even saying it didn't go well was an understatement. Maybe it was a complete fucking disaster. So in this kind conversation, I just want to offer gentle space to that part of me that remembers that thing that didn't go well. The part of me that was brave and stepped into my curiosity, got a little bit burnt. So when I think about now and this part of me that doesn't want to let go, it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. Maybe this part of me has my safety so wired as its number one priority. It's like, no, you were there before. Remember that experience? That didn't go so well. So I just want to hold space for that part of me that remembers that experience. I'd like to offer it kind safety in this conversation, in this new experience of working with that feeling and adding in this tapping thing. I just want to offer the ease and the support of the tapping and the calmness that I notice in my body right here to that part. The thing that comes up for me is most times when we see change on social media, out in the world, movies, change is always this big dramatic thing. And that gets a lot of views, and it gets us to buy things. And I think that part of us that it's like it speaks to two parts of us. It speaks to the part that wants change, but it also speaks to the part, maybe even scares the part that's a little resistant to the change, because it's like, I can't do that. That costs too much money. That's way too much time. And I think the thing that we need to remember is that our body actually likes change very slowly. It doesn't like big, sudden movements or shift, either in weight loss, weight gain. It likes things steady, right? Remember, your body is always seeking balance, homeostasis, and your body does it very naturally. So maybe this part of you that's resistant to change is just asking you to slow down. Maybe it's saying, I'm willing to believe that the world can be different. But can you please listen to me in this conversation? Can we please approach this change together and on the same page? As opposed to this push-pull of putting all of our eggs in one basket. Because that is really supportive. Because that is how I would like to grow and evolve. In a safe, conscious, respectful way. Despite what the world tells me, can you just listen to that little voice, to that little part that says, I want to do this, but let's do it our way. In a way that feels authentic and kind. Notice what you feel in your body. Not at all where I thought that round was going to go. I'd love to hear in the comments how that landed for you. If that is something that is in your wheelhouse or something that you've never considered before. Yeah. And remember that the freedom we seek is in the space that we create. And tapping is a beautiful way to create space in our body. Have a great day, guys.